All right, let me start off by saying that I am no gym expert. I am fairly new in the gym, only like less than a year, but I can say that my body has definitely drastically changed since I started consistently going to the gym. So I'm going to show what works for me, what worked best for me, and all of these things. I'm about to leave the house right now to go to the gym, so this is what I do to prep for my workout. I start off by eating an apple because I feel like an apple helps me lift stronger weights. My husband read it in a book in the jail and he told me about this and I've been doing it ever since. And if I don't have an apple, I feel like I'm super weak. So I'm going to start off by having an apple. I have a brand new thing of greens right here. I always used to drink greens, but it does help, I feel like, with bloating, which for women, I especially feel like bloating is like a major thing. So I can't seem to get rid of that lower pooch area, so I think that this helps me. Anyways, I just did a scoop of this into this much water. It literally smells like watermelon, like a watermelon Jelly Rancher, so let's taste it. This is the best tasting greens I've ever tasted. I could drink that shit without making a face. It usually has like a grainy texture. The powder is so fine on this one that there is no grain or weird aftertaste at all. It's literally so good. Okay, so now for my supplements, what I take is my Bucked Up pre-workout. For a leg day, I prefer to have the Woke AF one, but I bought 2 of the Bucked Up ones, so I'm just gonna use this. But instead of 1 scoop, I'm gonna do 2 scoops. And then I also have my One Soul creatine, which, listen, creatine is a little bit scary at first because when I first started using creatine, I wasn't doing it right. If you're using creatine, you got to go harder in the gym. There's no like, oh, little cardio here, little cardio there, no lifting, whatever. Light lifting, that's not going to work. I like to do 1 scoop before my workout of my creatine and 1 scoop after on a leg day. If I am just doing upper body or if I'm doing just cardio and abs, I probably won't take a scoop, but if I'm doing upper body, I will take a scoop before my workout. I always like to pull over a little bit before I get to the gym fully so I could take my shit and then be ready when I get there, so yeah. So when I first get to the gym, I like to just start off by stretching. These are just some leg stretches because it's a leg day. These are all the stretches that I learned, remember, when I was in cheer. So this helps me warm up my muscles before I go straight into weightlifting. Yeah. For all of my sets, I always increase the weight and do about 15 reps, 13. I'll push it to 15 if I could still do 15 on all of them, but I am definitely increasing my weights until I am almost to failure. I'm going to start off with some step-ups. I like to hold on to the bar in front of me for stability. When you're doing step-ups, you want to make sure that your toe is just barely tapping the floor before you go back up and not kicking off from that back leg. And I like to make sure that my knee and my shin don't really go above my toe, if that makes sense. It's just straight up, and you want to make sure that you're reaching all the way back. So with these weights, I do 40, 45, and then 50-pound dumbbells. I do 15 reps, 3 sets of every exercise that I do. I mainly do single leg, so I'm doing a single leg hip thrust. I feel like single leg movements work better for my body in terms of growing my glutes faster. For single leg hip thrust, I like to do 30, 35, and then 40-pound dumbbells. And then if I can make it all the way to 15, then I will do 15 reps. But like I said, you want to keep increasing the weight until you're damn near failure. Switching to the other leg. At the end of my last rep, I like to pause at the top for 5 seconds. So that's what I'm doing here. Next, going into Bulgarian split squats. This one, I don't increase the weight. I just do 4 sets of this, and I'll do about 15 reps. I have 20-pound dumbbells in each hand right now. This one is one of the exercises that I just incorporated because they were always really hard for me. I mean, they're a little bit easier now, but you have to keep doing it to build that muscle to, like, gain stability pretty much. So, yeah. That's why I don't increase the weight, but soon I will be increasing the weight on each set. Next, I like to use a bench for my donkey kickbacks because I feel like I feel it more in my glutes than like using other muscles in my body. So this helps me be more stabilized. I do increase the weight on each set for this one, and I try to make it all the way to 15 if I can. And then I like to pause at the top for this one too and slowly bring it back. Okay, for this one, a lot of people, I posted on my story, were asking how I do this one. For single leg hip abduction, I do 6 on each leg at 90, and then I increase the weight for each set. For the single leg portion, I do 6 reps of this on each side, and then I will switch legs and then do another 6, and then I will increase the weight to 180, and then I will do both legs for 15 reps, pausing for 15 seconds at the top. So for visual, this is me on my first leg. Then I'm switching over to my second leg for 6 reps. When I'm doing these 6 reps, I like to do them pretty slow and kind of almost pause at the top and then bring it back in slowly. All of these movements, you want to do them slow so that way you're really activating that glute area and feeling it. Next, we are going to increase the weight, go for 15. This is me taking a pause real quick because that shit hurts. Go in for 15 and pause for 15 seconds at the top. 10 to 15 seconds, whatever you can do. And if you think you can't finish it, you sure can. Just take a second, jump right back into it, and then pause. I like to assist myself because that last one, sometimes it just be hurting. I do about 3 to 4 glute workouts, but now we're going to jump into my burnout. This, I feel like, kind of helps with everything to just really make sure you feel that pump at the end of your workout. Elevated frog pumps. I do 13 reps of this and pause at the top for 20 seconds. I do this 4 times at the end of my workout just to make sure I really feel that burn. And then in between each set, I'm going to do plank. This is part of my ab routine for 1 minute. And then for another quick abs, I like to take a 10-pound dumbbell and do these crunches, extending my arms and my legs. And then I will do it where I'm holding the weight right above me, do another 20 reps, and then I will pause for 20 seconds. And then I do this about 3 to 4 sets. It really just depends on what I'm feeling that day. I just make sure that I include abs. And finish off my leg day with some cardio for 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. I do the Stairmaster when I'm doing glute day for 20 minutes, speed 6 to 7, and then at the end I'll go at speed 10 just to kind of burn myself out. Then finish with the sauna for about 20 minutes, and that is pretty much my whole leg day. Creatine before and after your workouts. And a protein shake because I'm hungry and I need that protein right now. Okay, I'm filming this portion on a different day, but I did want to include this in my video. I'm going to show you guys all of my favorite supplements that I take. Also, real quick before we start, look at how cute this set is. I believe this is the high maintenance set from Shop Peachy Bunz. You can go ahead and use my discount code Destini for some cash off. All right, so my favorite protein is this one right here. It is from Rule 1 Protein. This is an isolate one, so it's not going to be your typical like heavy, milky, thick whey protein. I believe this is still whey. Yes, it's still whey, but when you drink it, it goes down like water and it doesn't make you full. It is not a meal replacement. This is literally just to get your protein in and not feel heavy afterwards. This is the Bucked Up pre-workout. This is the only pre-workout that I take. I usually do the Woke AF one because that one has more caffeine in it. It makes me more itchy. I personally like the itchier pre-workout. This I thought was the Woke AF, but it's actually the Bucked Up, so I take 2 scoops of this before my workout. I do also have a code. It's Destiny20, all lowercase. I'll make sure to include all of the codes in the description as well, but I really love this. The Woke AF one in the Sour Belts flavor is my favorite, and then this white gummy one is also my favorite. They also have non-stimulant ones, so that means you won't feel that itchy feeling. So if you still want the pre-workout, you don't want the itch, they have options for everybody. They even have one stronger than this one. But I don't see the point in taking pre-workout if you're not itching, because I feel like the itch makes me push harder. This is the Kiala Greens. Kiala Greens. This is listed in my TikTok shop, so you can find it there. You're supposed to take this 30 minutes before eating anything for your first part of the day, so I like to take this in the morning. It helps me with my bloating and digestion and going to the bathroom. I have a hard time going to the bathroom, so this helps me do that. And women just overall, it's scientifically proven that it's harder for us to go to the bathroom. So take these. This literally tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. It is the best tasting greens. The powder of this is so fine and it blends easily with water. There's a lot of ones that I've tried and it's like super grainy. You could feel it in your throat still when you're done drinking it. Kind of hard to take down. This one's really easy. And then my favorite thing of all, I just ordered 2 more creatines from One Soul. This is the best creatine ever. Do not take this though if you are not pushing yourself at the gym, because I've already gone through 2 tubs of this. So I bought this before they changed like the packaging, and when I first bought it and I was trying to take it, it was like I felt like I was just getting fat and bloated. So I was also not really lifting heavy weights. I was mainly doing just cardio, thinking that my ass was gonna grow. It's not gonna grow. If you do that, you have to really push yourself in the gym if you're going to be taking creatine, because basically creatine holds the water weight in your muscles, which gives you that appearance of being like bigger. So yeah, creatine, I don't usually take this every single day. I know that if you do take it every single day, that you kind of have to cycle on and off. They've done like studies about it, but they've also had new studies that say it helps with like brain function and stuff. I personally don't like to take it every day, because if I do, that's when I start to look big. Okay, so how I take my creatine is on my leg days. I will take it before and after my workout. If you are not working out, it says to take 1 at the beginning of the day. That's really up to you. If I'm only doing cardio and abs, I'm not going to take my creatine, only if I am lifting weights. And then that also means I don't have to cycle on and off of it. So I take it before and after my workout on leg days. And then if I'm doing upper body, lifting upper body, I don't lift upper body all the time. But if I do, I'm going to take 1 before my workout. So yeah. Those are all of my favorite supplements and everything that I take. As far as meals go, I just try to meet protein goals. I don't count calories. I do try to do lower carb. So that means less rice. And I know that for us Asians, it's really hard to, you know, cut back on the rice, but it's really not that hard after a while. You get used to it. What I like to do is I like to make sure that I meet my protein. So I weigh out my meat to make sure that I can count correctly how much protein that I am getting. And then I like to do like lettuce wraps with like banhoy. Banhoy, the sheets, it's really easy for me to not go too heavy on the carbs compared to if I were to just boil vermicelli noodles and measure it out myself. Let's see, what else do I do? Yeah, honestly, I just try to like lay off the carbs, and I think that that has helped me a lot. And yeah, I don't count my calories. I just count my protein, and I try to eat my body weight in my protein. So I'm 133, 135. I typically try to aim for that, but I realistically get about 120-ish every day as my daily intake. But yeah, if there's any other questions, let me know, and let me comment down below what other videos you want to see from me. And if you like this one, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to try to be doing a lot better at like more vlogging stuff. But let me know any other videos you want me to like focus on that I can make a video about. See you guys next time. Bye.